What is going on, guys? You're watching DevDreamer and welcome to lesson 32 in our JavaScript series. In this lesson, we're going to learn all about sets and weak sets. If you enjoy the content, don't forget to like and subscribe down below. Also be sure to ring that bell and choose all notifications so you never miss an update. Okay, so welcome back to lesson 32. In the last few lessons, we've learned all about arrays. We've covered what arrays are and how to use them. We've looked at various array methods and iterator methods. In this lesson, we're going to learn all about something called sets and weak sets. So sets are similar to arrays, except you can't have any duplicates. In fact, sets guard against duplicates by doing nothing if we try to add the same value into our set. So a set then is basically a collection of values where each value can only appear once. Let's first take a look at some of the advantages of using a set over an array, and then of course we'll dig into some code. So the first obvious advantage is the fact that by default, sets guard against potential duplicate values, whereas arrays do not. Secondly, deleting array elements by value is very slow. It requires the use of the splice method, and we looked at the splice method a few lessons ago. Whereas set allows us to delete elements by using their actual value. And finally, identifying whether a value exists inside of a collection is also quicker and easier by using a set. So that's enough theory, let's go ahead and jump into some code and see how this all works. So first then we need to go ahead and create a set. So the way that we do this is we say, let's go ahead and create a variable first. I'm going to say const fruits be assigned the value of new set. Okay, first then, let's see how we can add values to our set. We can say fruits, which is the name of our variable, dot add, and if we just go back here, you see we've got all these methods available to us because we're using set. So we can say dot add, and for the first one, let's go for apple. And down here, if we just console.log fruits and save, in the console then, we get set because fruits is a set, and inside this, we have apple. Okay, let's go ahead and add some more values inside here. Okay, so we said fruits.add banana, fruits.add orange. Okay, and they get added to our set. So now we've got apple, banana, and orange. We can also add multiple values on a single line by just saying fruits.add. So we're going to go for plum and then simply appending .add onto this again with a new value. So here we're saying plum, pear, and apricots. Let's go ahead and console.log our set now. Okay, so now we've got 6 items inside of our set. Okay, with our 3 new values. And now let's see what will happen if I try to add a duplicate value inside of our set. So I'm going to say fruits.add, just like before, and let's try and add apple again. Let's save, let's see what happens. And as you can see, nothing's happened. So this is brilliant. By default, sets will guard against duplicate values. We also said that using a set, we can delete elements a lot quicker. So instead of going through and using the splice method by identifying the index value and then how many values after that we want to delete and so on and so forth, all we need to do with a set is simply say fruits dot, you guessed it, delete, and then simply the value that we want to remove. So let's go ahead and remove orange. So we say orange, let's save. And now our set contains 5 items. And if we open this up, we can see orange has been deleted. Okay, we also said that identifying whether a value exists inside of a collection is easier and quicker with set. So let's say that we wanted to check to see if our collection contains grapes. Well, we would simply say fruits dot has and then just the value name. Let's also store this in a variable so we can console log this. So we'll just call this let check, and down here we'll just console.log that variable. And of course the console returns false because this set does not contain grapes. But if we said fruits.has apple, now it returns true because our set does contain apple. We can also say, console.log, we can say fruits.size, which is a property, and the console returns 5 because we have 5 values inside of our set, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can also say fruits.clear, and you can probably guess what this does. Let's console.log fruits. That's right, fruits.clear clears our set so that there are no properties. Now we can also supply an iterable data object such as an array inside the set declaration like so. So let's go ahead and let's just get rid of all this. And just above this, we're going to say let array fruits be assigned the value of the following array of fruits. And then down here, we can simply supply this array name inside of our parentheses. Okay, so now if we console.log fruits, which is this here, What we've done then is we've taken our array and turned it into a set. So now our set contains 7 values, which we've pulled in from this array. So as you can see guys, sometimes it's not absolutely necessary that we use an array to create a collection. We can instead use a set. Okay, so that's all about how to use sets. Let's now understand what a weak set is. So in comparison then, a weak set can only contain non-primitives. In other words, the object data type. So weak sets cannot be iterated over, and as you can probably guess, their usage is quite rare. But we do still have all the same methods available to us that we can use on a set. So for example, add, delete, and has. Let's see how weak sets work. So first, let's go ahead and get rid of all this. And instead here, we're going to pull in an array of numbers. Okay, and now let's go ahead and create our weak set. So I'm going to say, let weak set be assigned the value of new weak set. Be sure to use a capital W and S. And now let's add our numbers to this weak set. We're going to say weak set.add, then our nums array. Okay, so let's go ahead and console.log our weak set and let's see what we get. So seeing as though we've taken our weak set and we've said add nums, which is this array here, what do you think we'll get when we console.log weak set? Will it be a collection of numbers? Let's save. And what we get in the console is weak set array 5. Let's open this up. So inside of our weak set then we have our actual array. And if you recall, the reason for this is because we said weak sets can only contain non-primitives. Numbers in and of themselves are primitives. But what we're doing here then is we're adding this array inside of our weak set. Remember, arrays are non-primitives. Now if we were to say nums, which is our array up here, be assigned the value of null. In other words, we're removing the original reference to our array. And down here, let's console.log nums. As you can see here, nums now refers to null. However, our weak set still contains our array. So what's happening here then is when objects, and in this example, our object is the nums array, when objects are stored inside of a set, they'll remain there as long as the set exists, even if the original reference to the object has since been removed, like we've done here. The correct technical term for this is we say that the object is prevented from being garbage collected. We'll understand more about garbage collection when we look at objects. Okay guys, so that's all about sets and weak sets in JavaScript. Let's go ahead and summarize. So sets are similar to arrays, except you can't have any duplicates. Sets make deleting and identifying values much easier than arrays. We can make use of set properties and methods such as add, delete, has, and clear. And finally, weak sets can only contain non-primitives, that is to say, objects, so arrays, functions, and objects themselves. So let's take a look at your tasks for this lesson. So for task number 1, I want you to create a set and add the following values: Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Reptile, and Liu Kang. And if you recall, we looked at a couple of ways that we can add values to a set, so go ahead and choose whichever one you want. And for task number 2, I want you to iterate through the set and print the values to the console. So as always guys, go ahead and pause the video, try these out, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the answers. Okay, so how'd you get on then? Let's see. So first then we need to go ahead and create our set and add the following values. And as I mentioned, there's a few ways to do this. What we're going to do is we're going to say const mk, which is just short for Mortal Kombat. And here we're going to say new set. And to add the values, we're going to simply say mk.add. So we've got Scorpion and then .add again for Sub-Zero, add Reptile, and then finally add Liu Kang. Okay, so we've got our set, we've got all of our values inside of our set. For task 2, we need to iterate through the set and print the values to the console. So there's a few ways we can do this. We can use a for of loop, so we can say for, we'll say character of mk, which is the name of our set, and then simply console.log character. Okay, so that works. We've got Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Reptile, and Liu Kang. Or we could do something like mk dot the for each method. So this was the array iterator method we learned about a couple lessons ago. And inside here, we need to supply this with a function that will have a value. So this value refers to each of these values. And we want to simply console.log the value. Okay, and once again, we get a list of all the values. So guys, well done on completing those tasks. That's it for this lesson. In the next lesson, we're going to be learning all about maps and weak maps. What on earth are they? Well, tune into the next lesson to find out. As always guys, don't forget to comment, share, like and subscribe down below, and I'll see you on the next one.